I've been using the Z Fold 7 for, I guess, a little over 3 weeks now, and it is the best foldable phone they've ever made, but also, I think it's my favorite phone this year. Now, hear me out. And also, apparently, I'm wearing the same shirt as I was in my background photo. So, anyway, that's cool. So, why do I like this phone so much? Well, I've always liked foldable phones. I've had every version of the Fold since the first one, the Fold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7. But this one's special, and not just because they took away the S Pen, which I guess I've pretty much gotten over by now, but I've always enjoyed having a foldable phone because I enjoy having the tablet experience on the inside and then the regular phone experience on the front side. But the thing with the previous phones, which I actually really liked at the time, was that it was narrower. I liked that the front screen was narrower and smaller because, one, it's very easy to do stuff one-handed. That's no problem. But also, it kind of encouraged me to use the interior screen more because the front screen was smaller. And as I've said in many videos before, with Samsung, they consider the interior screen the primary screen. This is the main screen, not the one on the front. Well, what we finally got, which I was dragging my feet a little bit on it because I liked the unique, narrower experience on the front. They dragged their feet for a long time, giving us a more full screen experience on the front, and I love it now. This right here is probably why I love the phone so much. I have, for the first couple of days, I really missed my Edge. Like, I love the S25 Edge. It was my favorite phone of the year, and now it's like my second, and this was my favorite. I've been enjoying it so much that I even forgot about the S25 Edge after like the first couple of days. I picked it up the other day for something. I'm like, oh, there's that guy. I do miss that phone a little bit, but I'm having too much fun with this phone. And it also makes me happy that we finally got the camera upgrade too, because we got the 200 megapixel camera on here now. Basically, it's the same camera system we have as the Edge, except there's a third camera. And this phone is very thin. So it's kind of like the Edge and the Fold mixed in together, because when you open it, it's so stinking thin. And this is even with the thin-born case on here. It adds a little bit of bulk, not very much. And I do want to address something because people have noted before, it doesn't feel like it's open 100% of the way. Maybe it's like 99% of the way, but the screen feels flat. So I guess it's just how it's designed. We ran into this before with, was it maybe the Z Fold 5 or the 4? I know one of them anyway. I don't think there's a problem with it, but it is something I wanted to note. I've really been enjoying using this phone. And because of, I think I said, like the front screen experience, the photos that I have taken, I've enjoyed the better camera system, and it's been getting me all day battery. So that was something that I was concerned about because of the 4,400 milliamp battery. I wasn't too concerned because the Z Fold 6 got me all day battery. I was already getting like 6.5 hours screen on time on most days. But with the same size battery, even with the more power efficient chip, we do have a bigger front screen. We have a bigger interior screen. So I did have questions about that, but I tested it out fully before my full review the other day, and I got 6.5 hours of screen on time, even with 20% battery left. So the phone is lasting me all day. 25 watt charging, I don't have a problem with that. It would be nice, principally, if we had larger battery and better charging. I think it would make it more competitive. But I think, honestly, this phone's not competing with anybody because they are the gold standard of foldable phones. And I think they've reestablished themselves as the gold standard. I think they kind of let themselves fall to the wayside the last couple of years because the Z Fold 5 and the 6 were basically the same phone as the 4, which were basically the same phone as the 3. They got comfortable, and they took advantage of the fact that they were the only guys in the business. So when you're the only guys in the business, you don't have to keep your foot on the gas. You don't have to reinvent things. You just keep selling the same stuff with moderate upgrades, and people will buy it. But the unfortunate reality for them is that, well, Google came along and started making the Pixel Fold. And then OnePlus came along and brought the OnePlus Open. And then more people than ever are willing to go outside of the US and get things like the Oppo Find N5 or the Honor Magic V3. The Magic V5 is going to be coming out soon. So there's a lot of different phones globally that compete with it, but the biggest market is the US. And OnePlus didn't even put out an open phone this last year. So there's even less competition than there was the previous 2 years. So now basically we have Samsung, we have the Z Fold 7, and then the only other option basically is the Pixel 10 Pro Fold that's about to come out. And I think this will still be better. And if anything, I think they're saying the Pixel 10 Pro Fold might be a little bit thicker or a little bit heavier than it was previously, but it will have a bigger battery. And I think a lot more people buy into the camera system that Google has. I know a lot of people are not the craziest about the photos that Samsung phones take, but I gotta tell you, it takes perfectly good photos for me. I'm not looking for National Geographic photos here. I just want something where I take a shot and it looks like it's supposed to, and that makes me happy. Like, I don't go around trying to take like Art Deco, not even Art Deco, that's a design style. I don't go trying to make art pieces, right? I'm not trying to do that with a camera. I just take a picture of something when I see it. 99% of the time it's food or my wife. So yeah, this is my favorite fold ever. Like, certainly it's my favorite fold ever. I made a video the other day saying I couldn't go back to the 6. Like, I can't. And even though the front screen experience on the 6 doesn't mind me, it doesn't bother me so much at this point, which I don't even know where mine's at. I would show it to you in the video. It's so bulky. Like, it didn't so much feel like it before. Like, that is a thick, fat phone. And this one is basically the same size as the S25 Ultra, almost all the way around. It's a few grams lighter, and it's basically about 1 millimeter size difference whenever it's closed, and then it just blows it out of the water with the thinness whenever you open it up. So I think the reason I like it so much is because I feel like when I'm opening the phone, I get the Edge, but whenever I'm holding it and it's closed, I still feel like I kind of have the Ultra in my pocket, or even the Edge with an extra camera, right? I know there's no S Pen here. We still have DeX and all those great things, but I think they did a phenomenal job with it. And it's the new gold standard. Like, I really do believe that. And you're going to see more and more companies trying to emulate what they're doing here. Of course, we've seen that across the board already. They tried to give us the experience Samsung wouldn't for the longest time, because Oppo and Huawei and Honor, they went for the bigger front screen experience, and that's something they've been doing for a little while. But Samsung, they're always trying to catch up with Samsung. It's just like in the US, everybody's trying to catch up with and compete with Apple. Outside of the US, everybody's trying to compete with Samsung, and then they're the gold standard for Android phones here in the US by a wide margin. So I like it. I think it's totally worth it. And if you're interested in picking one up, I certainly recommend it. The only people that I don't recommend it for are people who are just like, you got to have the S Pen. And like I said in previous videos, you can use like a dumb stylus you get off of Amazon for a couple of bucks. Those will work. But for people who really like having that S Pen, the S Pen integration, the case where it carries it on the back, I mean, yeah, you're going to miss that on this phone. And it can be frustrating. Now, I have supplemented my usage having a regular stylus that I use here when I'm at home, but I realize that after not having one, I really don't use it nearly as much as I used to. So it is a nicety. Is it a requirement? No, it's not. But for some people it is. And those are the people that I would say, look, you probably shouldn't upgrade. Hopefully they come out with a universal S Pen that we're going to get. I would love to see something. I've been hearing murmurs, and people keep telling me in the comments they're working on it. Look, I'll believe it when I see it, but I do know Samsung is working on something. So if they can come up with the stylus, they come up with a new S Pen that works with this phone, maybe a couple months down the road, that would be amazing. Or if they come out with it with the Z Fold 8 next year, and maybe it's backward compatible or whatever, I don't know. I feel like they do need to have the S Pen. I think it's a really important part of the experience for so many people. But if you don't care about it, and remember, these phones have never come with the S Pen. It's always part of the special case that you have to buy, which of course makes the phone even more bulky. So it's really interesting having this experience, having such a thin phone, basically having an Edge that it has an 8-inch screen on the inside of it. And then I really like the front screen, because the problem with the S25 Ultra for me is the screen is very big. Like, I can't use it one-handed. This one I can use mostly one-handed. So having that kind of one-handed experience, plus the tablet in my pocket, plus the better cameras, for me it's been a win-win. Like, I've really, really, really been enjoying using this phone. And I think that I've captured that well enough in videos that people are probably sick of hearing me talk about the Z Fold 7. Like, I get it. But it's my new favorite phone. Like, it has replaced the S25 Edge as my favorite phone, and is definitely my favorite fold that they've ever made. And I really feel like they had to do this. That this phone should have been out last year. Like, this should have been the Z Fold 6. But I guess better late than never. And, well, we got it, and it's really good. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button, and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.